Hello, welcome. If you're new, my name is Devin. I go by Dev. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm so grateful for your presence here. I am doing a part 2 to a video I did a couple days ago on how your healing as a collective is releasing karma. How we are stepping into our power as an empowered empath. And I think it's a cool topic, and I'm doing a part 2 today. So let's rock and roll, because I'm already feeling the energy. It feels like just this divine femininity of slowing down. I'm really getting the sense that as a collective we are being called to hit the brakes, slow it down, slow or roll, and just chill. Give ourselves time to really reflect and marinate in the wisdom of our ancestors, of what our bodies have to tell us, what our inner gut feelings have to say. We're reflecting on how we want to show ourselves more love and more gratitude, especially now standing in our power as empowered empaths, as empowered individuals in the collective. We are recognizing that our power lies in the love that we hold for ourselves, that we honor within ourselves, and that pours out to others and our environments naturally, just because we have an overflow of it from the love that we are just now beginning to show ourselves as empowered empaths. For the longest time, that love was going to others, to relationships, to environments, to jobs that were not reciprocating that energy. They were treating it like, I'm hearing it, they were treating it like our energy like Cole's cash. We're not, like, we're expendable, and we're not. We are, our energy is something to be honored and cherished for the gift that it is. And I pulled 2 oracle cards. The first is Rose with love. Yeah, I'm really just getting, sorry about the cars, the sense here that our love, and I'll read the guidebook too, our love is what is allowing us to blossom and step into our divine light as the divine beings that we are. Now that we truly recognize our divinity, we are standing more proudly in it. We are joining hands between our light and our shadow aspects. We are recognizing the goodness within us, and we are recognizing the imperfections within us, and joining those together in harmony and connection, and holding space for both, honoring both. And there's just a sense of the strong unity. I also pulled Cacao. If any of you have seen Portlandia, I hope that you understand that reference, but if not, that's okay. This card says initiation. So perhaps we've gone through an initiation period as a collective, or at least for some of us have entered a new period, a new paradigm, a new timeline where we are soaring to greater heights. We are reaching more expansive heights of just how much our love is meant to be treated like royalty, meant to be treated like the honorable love and wisdom and truth that it is, because we hold the wisdom of our ancestors within our love. Our love is truth. Only love is real, right? I'm interested to see what the guidebook says about these, but that was just based off of my intuition, my own interpretation of those cards. There is also an interpretation in this book, so I am looking forward to seeing what this says as well. So for Cacao, with initiation here, the upright position is about a spiritual test, a revelation, and access to the cosmic heart, divine love, light beings, channeling languages of light. So as a collective, we are, as empowered empaths, some of you may align and resonate with the idea of being an earth angel or a light worker. Where my earth angels and light workers at? I love that concept because we are standing more firmly in our divinity, in our divine love, and recognizing the expansiveness of our hearts and of our truth, and how that radiates within the energy of the universe, how that grants us access to greater truths, and this has led to an ascension. We may have, for a lot of us in the collective, gone through spiritual tests and have lived through hard lessons in order to reach these elevations, in order to ascend and have these revelations that were so necessary for our spiritual growth, for our physical growth, our mental growth, our emotional growth. We are coming into a greater state of consciousness, of awareness, and allowing that to permeate our being, allowing it to engulf us in the purest form of love for ourselves and for the environments, the energies, the people around us. It's beautiful. The guidance says that the sky gods are speaking and bathing your soul in liquid light as you traverse a series of spiritual tests. This is considered one of the highest divine apparitions. Quetzal? Let's see, I'm reading for cacao, but I think its original name is Quetzalcoatl. I may be saying that wrong, but this is what the guidance is talking about. Anyway, these are associated with, associated with the snake god Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. Like cacao, both are considered precious heavenly gifts from the sky gods. These divine apparitions today are asking you to deeply tune into the cosmic heart. Let it move you. Oh, and by the way, in the guidebook, this is on page 111. That may be a message for someone, and I also hope that showed up in the camera. If not, this is page 111. These divine apparitions today are asking you to deeply tune into the cosmic heart. Let it move you. Open yourself to receive the holy gifts provided and listen carefully to the light language pouring through them. You are elevating your frequency of limitless supply, rooted in unconditional love. Step out of your own way and surrender to divine love. For a lot of us, now coming into our own empowerment, especially as empaths, as earth angels, as light workers, whatever you resonate with, we are recognizing that only love is real. That is within our being at all times. We just need to surrender to it, to step out of our own way, to allow this love to come in, and stepping further into our divine feminine energy of receiving. We're allowing more of that to flow into our life. We are, for some, I'm hearing, repairing our DNA, alchemizing our DNA through these light codes, these light frequencies that may be coming to us while we are sleeping, or channeling these divine messages, or tapping into our inner wisdom and our intuition. We are allowing this wisdom to transform our ways of being, our ways of thinking, our ways of perceiving love, and elevating us to a higher state of being, a higher frame of mind, a higher timeline. And with Rose here, with love, I'm going to read what the guidebook says for this as well, but this message is really resonating. I hope that it is resonating for all of you as well. If it does, please leave a comment and let me know if you've been feeling this energy lately, if you've been recognizing this in the energies around you lately. I would love to hear what your experience has been with the energies as of late. With the rose here, yeah, upright means union, bliss, unconditional love, merging with the other, oneness, nourishment, purity. Yeah, like I was saying before, we are merging our light with our shadow attributes and recognizing that we need to hold space for both, honor both, and bring the two together in harmony so that they may coexist. And this is that union, this is that oneness, the nourishment our soul needs, the purity our soul needs, and recognizing that there is no good, there is no bad. Those are subjective things created by the human mind. We are now elevating to a more conscious perspective of everything just is. I'm hearing the Janae Aiko song. Cannot remember the title of the song, but one of the lyrics is, There's really no end, there's really no beginning, there's really no fail, there's really no winning, because everything really is and everything really isn't. That she's speaking of duality, I believe. Just the idea that we are whole on our own, we are harmonious on our own, because our love, the love of the collective, exists within, and that expands outward through evolution. I'll get off my soapbox for a minute, but the guidebook says, "It is time to allow for greater love in your life. Allow the dance of trust and intimacy to heal and open your heart." Whew. I'm getting messages already. For some of us in the collective, we have battled with trust issues, with intimacy, intimacy challenges, where we have had to become more intimate with our own emotional bodies and understandings, and welcome in those more difficult emotions, so that we may process them and honor them for the teachers that they are. And that is allowing us to have greater intimacy with others, and recognizing ourselves in others as well, and that has strengthened our relationship with ourselves and our relationships with others. I think that's what I had to say on that for now, but more messages are absolutely coming in. Whew, the energy is big. Like, the love is so heavy in my heart, and for the first time, that's the feeling, gratitude. There's so much gratitude in the collective right now for this love that we are just now tapping into and honoring as a collective. The herbs of Venus are feminine, gentle, relaxing, and balancing. Side note, medicinally, rose has the power to uplift mood, nourish the heart, and cardiovascular system. Pretty cool. Back to the guidance. Like the rose, you are rising from harsh soil through the path of thorns and challenges as you grow and blossom into your spiritual journey. Look deep into your heart and see where you might need more love and affection. The white dove reminds us that through childlike trust we can navigate the most challenging of pathways with an undertone of joy and presence. Remember, you understand how love is the doorway, and through this sacred embodiment you are able to birth anything into manifestation. Let all creativity, all sexual and nurturing connection be attuned to the vibrational powers of unconditional love. Whew. Okay, I'll set that down for now. I'm going to take that all in. I think that's enough said. I could continue an interpretation of this, but I'm really eager to pull the tarot. Just from that, to summarize, to sum up, for those of us who have experienced narcissistic relationships with others who did not reciprocate that love, who did not understand the unconditional love that is within them, who needed to do that healing but could not, because we finally recognized that they were not going to change, that they were going to remain stagnant. We had hope, we had love for them. We recognized the unconditional love within them as an empowered empath, because we saw that within ourselves, we can see that within others. But since they could not see that within themselves, they could not see that in the world around them. They could not see that within all that they did. So they questioned how we could stand in that energy. They, for some I'm hearing, were jealous, were scared of the powerful energies that we were able to embody and stand in. So they tried to take that light from us, to dim that light, to block that light from shining out authentically and beautifully for the light that it is. And that light is meant to be cherished and honored, but those relationships, for a lot of us in the collective that we were in previously, did not want us to shine that light, because they didn't know that they could shine their own light themselves, so they wanted to take ours. Like, if I can't shine, you shouldn't either. Hurt people. But as we began to recognize that and come into our own empowerment as empaths, we recognized that their healing is their responsibility, not ours, that we can wish them love from a distance. If you love someone, you can still let them go. If you stick with them and if you try to heal them for them, that's not going to heal them. They have to do that work. on their own. We have enough of our own healing work to do, right, collective? So we finally had to come into that recognition that it was time to step away so that they could recognize how they needed to heal on their own. I'm going to put the oracle cards away, but for now I'm going to break out the tarot book. So I have some tarot cards here, and I am going to pull from the gold foil tarot, I think. I might pull from the other deck that I have, but we will see if we're feeling it already. We've got some guys coming out. Oh yeah, further confirming the messages I was receiving. Okay, wait. We'll start with this. So Two of Wands coming out. I'm just going to go because the messages are already flooding in like crazy, but Two of Wands here. We were battling, I'm hearing for a lot of us in the collective, some guilt and shame looking back on the relationships that we have had to let go in the past, and past versions of ourselves that we have had to let go for a lot of us. We're in this transformative period of being in between the two, of past and future, of letting go and saying goodbye to our old selves, honoring those past versions of ourselves, forgiving those past versions of ourselves, while stepping into this new version of ourselves, this empowered version of ourselves. And that's a weird transition state to be in, right? But it's also a very reflective period. There was a quote that one of my coworkers wrote on our wipe-off board at work the other day, and I can't remember who the quote is by. I'll have to link it in the description, but it said that something along the lines of chaos always precedes before new beginnings, something like that. The Tower is here, so yeah, old foundations have come crumbling down. Now that we have stepped into our power, we recognize that we hold the power, and the past does not hold power over us. We have been able, with the Devil reversed here, to let go of those old mindsets that were telling us that it was not safe to let go, that it was not safe to step out of our comfort zone. Even those past people, those narcissists who were telling us that we could go nowhere else, we could be nothing else, we could not grow, we could not evolve, because they couldn't. They projected those insecurities and timelines and karma onto us, so we took on that burden. But now that we've let go of that burden, recognizing that it is not ours to carry, we have been released from the shackles here in the Devil card, and we have recognized where we were still holding on, where it was not serving us, with the Four of Pentacles here. This card always reminds me of a need to surrender, because not letting go, holding on to what was holding us back, was blocking our abundance. It was blocking our abundance, not allowing us to shine our light, not allowing us to move forward in the ways that we wanted to, with the Six of Wands reversed here. So we ended up coming to the point, like I said in the part 1 of this video, having to let go, having to move away. And this wasn't easy. This was difficult. For some of us, we had to move locations for our own health and safety, and for others, we had to change jobs, and being unemployed for that period of time was scary. There were a lot of unknowns, but we allowed ourselves to become comfortable, or at least accepting and surrendering to that vulnerability of being in the in-between, of not knowing what's ahead, but trusting that the universe had our backs, and it does. Five of Swords here. We've had to walk away. We have had moments in our past where we have had hard conversations with people who did not understand that there was no resentment there, that there was only love. For a while, there may have been a period of resentment when there was a lack of understanding of why these divine lessons needed to take place, but now that we are coming into those understandings, we are allowing ourselves to stand more firmly in our truth and speak that out. With the Magician here reversed, for a while our manifestations were blocked while we were in this period of reflection, because our thoughts manifest what our energy goes towards. What our intention, what's the quote? Where intention goes, energy flows. We're recognizing now as empowered empaths, we have put so much work into our healing, into our empowerment, into our love, coming into a greater understanding of love and peace for ourselves, and the amount of work we have done to cultivate this greater sense of peace in our lives, this happiness, this joy in our lives. We will do anything to protect it, and we're going to cut out what threatens that peace. what does not hold space for that peace. We are also cutting out the bullshit within our own minds of those limiting beliefs that say we can't let go of the old and embrace the new. We are finally allowing ourselves in this empowered state to recognize where we need to end old cycles and begin new ones. Where are we contributing to our own suffering? And how can we let go of those patterns and embrace the unknown, embrace the new? Where can we stand up for ourselves in love, in peace? With the Three of Wands here, I'm hearing that for a lot of us in the collective, we were feeling very drained energetically, so we couldn't even begin to fathom the idea of putting in work towards our own happiness and healing. But now that that energy has been poured back into our own beings, mental, physical, energetic, emotional, we are now in a state where we can release stagnancy with the Death card reversed here. We have done the work to transform. It's simply a matter of now saying goodbye to the past, letting that old version of ourselves finally pass away so that we can reach the sanctuary of emotional fulfillment. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. And putting up strong boundaries, King of Swords, with all those jobs, environments, people, limiting beliefs, old mindsets that take away from our happiness, that drain us, that do not pour into us, that deplete us. We are entering a new beginning with the Fool here, of happiness, of mindsets, of routines, of places and environments that serve us, of relationships that have an equal give and take with the Star card here. We are entering a period of a relationship with ourselves that is healing, in a relationship with others and environments that is healing as well. And this is releasing the karma of our ancestors, of generational timelines. Yeah. I put my cards away, and I turned my camera off, and then just this feeling, this energy inside me told me, wait. One more message. So here is one more message based on the reading that I did today, the energy that I interpreted today. Here's one more message that I feel like needs to be applied to this reading as well. So for those of us who are stepping into our power, our empowerment, I was standing back after finishing reading the cards, just like with this sense of awe. I couldn't really get a grasp on. I was speechless. I couldn't get a grasp on the energy that I was feeling, but I'm recognizing now that was awe. A lot of us are awestruck by the power, just how much power we have. We are recognizing the depths of our power and how much power we actually hold within ourselves, within our being, within how we show up for ourselves, the decisions we make, the manifestations we create, how powerful our thoughts are, how powerful our perceptions are, and we are tuning into those and being more careful with how we're becoming more conscious and aware of how our thoughts manifest our reality. We are becoming more in control, in not a forced state, but in a flow state of recognizing what energies we need to release, we need to say no to if we don't align with them, and say yes to the energies we do align with, so that we can stand firmly in those vibrations. And the other message I was getting is that those past people that we've had to let go of, specifically if we've dealt with narcissists in our previous relationships, those of us who are empowered empaths, earth angels, light workers, whatever you resonate with, we are recognizing now that they were scared of the power we have and hold within our being. They recognized it before we ever did, and that scared the shit out of them. So they tried very hard to make us not see that power, gaslit us into believing that that power wasn't there, that they held all the power, but we're recognizing that that was an illusion. And now that those illusions have melted away, now that we have let go of those illusions and recognized them for the falsehoods that they are, we are now standing firmly in our truth that we hold the power. And that those who are scared of that power are only scared because they believe they don't have any power. because they don't see the power within themselves that they can tap into at any point in time, and that power is unconditional love. There we go! Wrapping up this reading strong. Okay, that was the last message. I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you for being here. I look forward to making so many more videos. Bye for now. Thank you.